That's right, Joe. I've been in Shoshone since about 12 o'clock, and I can tell you this fire, named the Drops Fire, has grown throughout the day, although as you can see behind me, the smoke is starting to clear and things are slowly getting under control. And this is just one of the many snakes they have here. If you look over my shoulder, you can see where this emergency landing took place shortly before 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. That's right, Brittany. I talked with Chief Craig Kingsbury with the Twin Falls Police Department, who said the call came in about 8:30 p.m. The call came in as a possible stabbing. They're still investigating, so they don't know for sure what happened here at this house on the corner of Addison and Polk. So all of us here at KMVT have been working around the clock since we heard about Steve Pankey this morning. Well, I'm standing in front of the condo complex where he lives and where we had the chance to sit down with him earlier today. That's right, Joe. I was actually headed to Pillar Falls for another story with the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office. When on our way there, a deputy pointed out a body on the river.
Through my whole life, I never thought I'd ever have to go through something like this. So yeah.
Parents were running errands or working when they got word something was going on at Rigby Middle School.
My phone started blowing up from my other daughter, and she wanted to know if Marin was okay, and I said, why wouldn't she be? She's at school, and she said there was a shooting. And I was in a store up the street, and I just dropped everything. And I just ran out screaming there was a shooting at the school. And I drove over here. I was only half a mile from here, and I drove over and just jumped out of my car and started running.
I work from home, and so I was just in a meeting, a video conference, and my wife texted me and told me there was something happening at the school. She said it was a lockdown, and as I headed over to the school, she said that there was 3 people that may have got shot.
Students in the school first thought it was a drill.
Like, wow, the principal's gotten more creative with these lockdowns, making fake noises and stuff.
But this time it was real.
Or a woman on the intercom had already said it's a lockdown, but then she repeated herself, and for some reason that just made everything more urgent. And we were freaking out. A few kids were crying, and I was trying to rub, some kid was sitting next to me, and I was trying to rub his back, make him feel better.
We didn't think anything of it at first until we heard footsteps in the hallway, and then we heard a police siren at the first part of it, and that's when we started realizing it was real, and it was really it was an emotional roller coaster, I'll tell you what. But I was just glad we're all safe now, other than the 3 that I know they're gonna heal from this, and I hope that everyone just stays safe from now on.
Madison and countless other students and staff used their phones to let their loved ones know what was going on.
I texted everybody I knew.
I just had text to see if she was okay, and I didn't know what was going on. So your mind goes to the very worst place. But there's a relief that your daughter's okay, but someone else's isn't. So that's just as sad.
Hugs between kids and their parents, and parents comforting other kids.
I was just hyper-focused on getting here for her, and then once I found her, then we began to just help other kids, like telling them everything was okay, and kids were breaking down, and I was hugging them and telling them that everybody lived and everybody was okay, and just basically just helping them with their trauma.
Rigby Strong was on full display Tuesday morning as some 1,500 students and staff went back to Rigby Middle School for the first time since Thursday's shooting. Rigby and the surrounding area came out to shower students and staff with posters, notes of encouragement, and lots of smiles. It started bright and early, with people coming by to clean up after Monday's rain.
We did the chalk on Friday and Saturday, and I knew the rain was going to ruin everything, and I'm so sad because there were so many other schools that came out and did beautiful artwork all over the sidewalk. So we just felt really bad. I thought we'd get up early this morning and try to salvage some of it.
Amanda and her daughter weren't the only ones with the idea to redo the art. Students from Bonneville High School came up to draw chalk art and hang post-it notes around the front of the school.
We're decorating the middle school because of what happened last week, and we just like to help other schools feel a lot better.
And not just Bonneville got involved. Schools across East Idaho showed support, with Sand Creek and Rocky Mountain Middle Schools in Ammon making posters and hearts for the school. Parents and students tell me the support means a lot.
Community support has been amazing. Here in Rigby, it's been awesome. Everybody coming together at Squealers yesterday. It was so neat to see all those kids out there having such a good time, and even though that it's difficult and today will be difficult, at least they were able to do that. I'm glad that we've had so much support.
It's really great, actually. It's helping all of us get back to the normal stuff, which is good.
It's amazing because, you know, when we play sports or do anything like that, we're rivals. But when we have something like this, they come together and it's awesome. It's amazing to me. So great kids in this area.
In Rigby, I'm Rachel Fabi.
I need Jerome to respond with their boat in their corner. I am just, I'm within eyesight of Pillar Falls. I'm about 3 football fields to the west of Pillar Falls, and the body is on the shoreline.
It was a sad conclusion in the search for missing Twin Falls man Austin Carey.
To be able to locate him today is a significant sense of satisfaction for us to be able to help the family in this nature and to be able to realize the efforts of our search weren't in vain.
Members of the Jerome County Sheriff's Office, Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office, and Search and Rescue spent almost 2 weeks combing the area surrounding Pillar Falls.
Since we started Thursday night, we've just continuously mapped this whole thing with the sonar and feel pretty confident that he's not in here because we would have seen that. Even though it gets deeper here, an object that big is it's gonna stand out.
Jerome County, who is in charge of the search and rescue efforts, sent us a statement regarding the discovery, reading in part, the Jerome County Sheriff's Office would like to thank the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office for their assistance in the search and recovery of Austin, and for Deputy Radmall and Sergeant Menzel from the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office. Finding Austin brings a sense of closure, not just to the family, but to them also.
We've combed over the rocks, we've scanned shorelines, we've used our sonar looking at the bottom of the river to try and do what we could to find Austin and to be able to find him today. For us, you know, all that hard work that we put into finding it's a sense of closure for us as well.
And Joe, I also talked with his aunt and cousin who told me they want him to be remembered for his joy, his beautiful soul, and a smile he brought to everyone.